What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Camille and welcome to my channel. If you're not new, thank you so much for clicking on my video. Before we get into this video, you already know what to do. You already know the vibes. Hit that subscribe button now, hit that notification bell so you will never miss out on a video when I upload. We've been super consistent and I'm excited. So today I'm bringing you guys a story time. Everyone always wants to know, how did I get into being bottle service? How old was I? All these crazy things about basically like how I first started. And I'm gonna tell you guys because I have a really crazy story about me being a bottle girl. And then people always ask me, what is my most craziest experience? And I'm gonna tell you. And it's about when I worked at my first club that I worked at. So let's get right into it. Okay, you guys, so before we get into it, because of things I'm going to tell you, one, this place no longer exists. The building is probably not even standing anymore, so we're going to call it a different club name. We're going to call it I don't know, we're going to call it the place. I don't know, we're going to call it something eventually down the line. So this place no longer exists. This was like years and years ago. So now I feel like I definitely could tell you this story. And no, you cannot get a job in bottle service if you're not 21. Just know. And the reason why you cannot is because of the story that I'm going to tell you about my craziest bottle girl experience. But before I get into it, I'm going to get into the backstory. One, I'm from a small town. My parents are really... my dad is a pastor. He's a bishop, correct, excuse me. So, you know, my family is very involved in church on both sides. So, you know, I do everything in my possibility, in my might, and like just my morals to protect my family. I would never do anything to embarrass my family. And if you think that my mom doesn't know everything that I do, she does. So anyone that's gonna try to report me, just know my mom already knows the story. Funny thing is, I did wait till I was 21 to tell my mom, because yeah, my mom plays a role in this story too, because my mom didn't know either. She was just always wondering why me and my best friend were always going to this club. So yes, that's the backstory. That's why I just kept it to myself for a long time. Like, I didn't tell nobody. The only people that knew was me and my best friend and people that knew me in Charlotte. That was it, because it was nobody's business. So, and plus I was like young and I already knew my mom would have been like, girl, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. But you know, life is about experiences. And yes, so let's just get right into it. So I don't know, I had someone hit me up on Instagram and they were like, you know, do you want to be a bottle girl? And I was like, I don't even know what that is. They were like, do you want to work at a club? And I was like, well, okay, like, let me think about it. So I was at school. This was me and Nautica were in school. That's my best friend. We were in school and I was like, girl, this dude asked me, did I want to work at a club that he was owning? And she was like, I mean, I guess. And I was like, well, look, we about to get some money. When me and Nautica were in school, we were such daredevils. We were down to do whatever. Like, we were some wild girls, okay? It's so many crazy stories I could tell you, and there's so many crazy stories that I cannot tell you, but this is the one that I can tell y'all. So we went to the audition, well, like, interview or whatever. Apparently, you know, we did really good on the interview. Like, we did have to finesse our way through and say that, you know, we've done this before, and then like they asked us how old we were. So we told them how old we were or whatever. And apparently I didn't get whoever was doing the hiring process, she threw my application away because she said that she felt like I wouldn't listen to nothing, and I didn't. And then she threw Nautica's, I don't know what happened in Nautica's application. I think Nautica got the job. I really can't remember. This was like almost 5-6 years ago. Yeah, almost 5 years ago. So I can't really remember that part, but I know specifically that she threw my application away because the guy that helped me get the job told me. He was like, yeah, she felt like you wasn't gonna listen. She said you act like you was too good for this and blah, blah, blah. I was like, how am I gonna act like I'm too good for this when I came here for the job? So, you know, me and my friend, we were so nervous because the guys, they knew that we were not 21, but they was like, whatever, like, y'all don't look 21, so y'all about to get this job. Y'all the only people we really trust like that, so you are going to do this. And I was like, well, whatever. So then we got the job. Our first night, we didn't know how to do nothing. Like, we was just like, yeah, girl, we're gonna follow you and listen to you and all this stuff. So we were just following them. And then we got the hang of it like within like 2 weeks or whatever. It's not that hard. So yes, so then fast forward a little bit. These people, this is another story I have to tell y'all, but they threw a birthday party for my friend. And like, they threw a birthday party for her. And she was turning a certain age. But yeah, we're not even getting all that part yet. So they were always so concerned about how old we were because we just wouldn't tell them. And like, we would just be like, it's none of our business. Like, we're grown, we old enough to do this. Like, what's the issue? Like, they would press the issue, but it wasn't necessarily the guys, because the guys, they knew us. So it wasn't them. It was more so one of the workers. I'm not gonna say what position she had, but it was one of the workers that worked with us, and she would just be kind of, I'm not gonna say she was jealous of us, but she would low-key kind of hate on us because we was in there making money. And yeah, so we was in there making money or whatever. So she was just always like, I guess she was trying to be cool with us, but we was kind of going in there like, look, we're not here to be cool with everybody. We ended up being cool, really, really close with like 2 other girls that worked there, but they were definitely older than us. So that happened. We would just like brush her off. We used to be like, girl, we old enough, like, you grown, we grown, like, it doesn't matter, mind your business. Like, we used to be like, you need to mind your business. Why is you so worried? Like, we come to work on time, we hype the people up, we do whatever y'all say, we come in here, we clean, we do everything. Why do it matter how old we are? Like, they were so pressed over that. So then word got back to the people that, like, the higher up people. So word got back to them that apparently they was saying that we wasn't old enough. And I'm just like, well, how do y'all know how old we are? We never said how old we were. So they would like do little stuff to test us. Like, they would do little things to test us. Like, one time they was like, yeah, we
need some beers. Like, y'all need to go get us some beers now. I was
like, okay. So Nautica was like, yes, girl, let's go. So we're on the way to get the beers and we're driving. I was like, bro, how are we gonna get the beers? Like, you got an ID or something? Because I ain't got no ID. So she was like, girl, we're gonna get those beers. Y'all, 20 minutes later, don't ask. It don't matter. Just know we came back with them beers, and they could not say nothing because we came back with them. So they was just so pressed about how we did that. And I'm like, okay, well, how old are we then?
They were like, well, we don't know. You tell us. I'm like,
well, it doesn't matter. I'm 40. How about that? And y'all, while I'm smoking my hookah, pause on that part of the story. While I'm smoking my hookah, I'm gonna dig deep and really find some clips of me and Nautica when we used to work at this place. Like, y'all, it was so crazy. Like, this is so crazy to me. Like, I'll never forget this story. Like, we talk about this all the time. Like, y'all, we would be out and about with these folks all the time. We used to be like, girl, how we getting there? I'm like, girl, I don't know, but we getting in with these folks. We cannot break our cover. Like, we cannot break our cover. Of course, we ended up telling them how old we were like years later, and they were like, are you serious? Like, are you for real? We were like, yeah. And now look at me, I'm doing the damn thing in the bottle service world, okay? Like, sometimes you have, when I say you have to fake it till you make it, sometimes you do. But now you cannot be a bottle girl if you're not 21. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say this. You cannot. So don't try it after you hear this video. This video is not to encourage that. This video is to tell you to not do that. I'm just telling you the crazy experience of it. Okay, so yes, we would just be like, y'all need to mind your business, y'all so worried, but y'all still wants to come to work every weekend, blah, blah, blah. So we got to the point where the girl that was the worker, she would like, she stopped putting us on the schedule together with each other. So like, it was like, Nautica would work on a Friday and then I would work on a Sunday. At first we would be like, we're only working together. Like, that's not fair. Like, we're only working together. We came in this together. We're not doing this separate. So we did a few shifts by ourselves and it was just so boring without her. And she was so bored without me. And then, but she was doing that so that way she could like try to get like pull us to the side and like have a conversation with us so she could try to figure us out. But we were just so like, we are not breaking our covers. Like, all y'all need to know is that we in school and we grown. And the kind of school that we went to, like, it was like a lot of adults that went to our school anyways, like grown people that went to our school. So, you know, the story just kind of meshed. It all made sense. And so she would just like do little things or like say little things. She was just so pressed about how old we was. And we was just like, girl, how old are you? You worry about how old we are. How old are you? You don't even tell us how old you are. Like, we know you old. Like, so yes. So eventually we started getting our shifts back together because we was just like, look, I'm not showing up if she's not working. And then it got to the point where if she was working and I was off, I'll show up with my uniform on. Because I'm not working without my sis. And that's just that on that. And honestly, this is the first time we've been apart this long. Because, you know, I just went back. She just came to visit me. But we're used to being with each other like every single day. So, or every other day. This is like the longest. So we did everything together. Like, everything. We basically lived together at one point. So we did everything together. So we was down to ride with each other for this job too. So getting to the nitty gritty part, because I know you guys are waiting on that part. So it was just crazy. She would just be so pressed about how old we was and all this stuff. So one night, you know, we had it was sold out. Like, it was so packed, you guys. Like, it was so hot in there, like sweaty, sticky. The walls were sweating. That's how packed it was in there. Like, packed. Like, I can't even tell y'all how packed it was, but it was packed like sardines in there. Like, you could not move. Like, it was just a sea of people. It was just people everywhere. Like, everywhere. The walls were sweating. The DJ booth was sweating. It was people up in the DJ booth. People everywhere. The only place that was room was behind the bar. So it was just dumb packed in there. Like, I can't even explain how packed it was. So one night it was just so packed. It was fight after fight after fight after fight, you guys. Like, people just in there fighting. You know, when black people get together, they get hot, they get real frustrated. So it was just packed in there, like super duper duper packed. It was too hot in there, sweating. Like, I literally was about to pass out. And like, Nautica, we was putting on deodorant 3-4 times. Like, that's how hot it was in there. Like, perfume was gonna stand in a chance with the sweat. Like, makeup sweating off, lashes was off. We took them things off, y'all. It was so hot in there. So after all these fights, so somehow the police gets called because there was so many fights. So we ended up getting shut down mad early, and they came in there and like shut the whole thing down. They made, like, they broke everything up. They made, like, the police was just everywhere in there or whatever. So here we go, we cleaning up. The worker comes with us with a notebook and was like,
they want to know, you need to write your name and your age down on this piece of paper right here, because they want to know how old y'all are.
We was like, girl, don't nobody want to know how old we are. So then, you know, we were starting getting a little bit nervous because, you know, we was not old enough. So we were standing there and I was just like, yo, she's really trying it. Like, she's really trying it. And I was like, I know these police is not worried how old we are. Like, why is y'all so pressed about it? So she was so pressed that the police wanted to know how old we was. We had to write down our information. Like, all the staff had to write down their information. But the thing was, the notebook was blank. So, like, and then they was like, we
want to see y'all driver's license too.
I was like, oh, they're not getting this. We're not going through with this. So then she walked away or whatever. So me and Nautica was in the corner talking, and I was like, girl, what is we about to do? Woo, what is we about to do? So we came up with a plan, y'all. So get all the smoke out of the way. So before we get into what the plan was, So the two girls that we was cool with, they knew how old we were because like we just hung out with them way too much, and we was just like, please don't tell nobody, like it ain't none of our business. It's not old girl business either, like she's so pressed to know. And they was like, oh girl, we been knew how old y'all was, but we don't care. They was like, it's none of our business. We do not care. We need people to work. We do not care. They was like, they were like our big sisters. So they was like, girl, we do not care. Like, and then like, I remember once night we went there like on our day off and like turned up or whatever. And like one of the girls, she was just teasing us. She was like, I know how old y'all are. I know how old y'all are. And so she was like, I mean, it ain't none of my business. I really don't care. Like, I don't care. So fast forward again, we come up with a grand plan. So if you know, then you know. I have autoimmune disease, and you know, sometimes it does cause me to get really sick, and sometimes it causes me to faint and like just go through all these crazy little emotions or whatever. So I was like, girl, she was like, girl, I know what we about to do. I said, I know what we about to do too. I said, I'm about to go faint. She said, you about to go what? I said, I'm about to go faint. Do you hear me? I'm about to go faint, so you better get it together. So after the old girl walks away, she is like walking back, and it's like she walking back with the police. So I was like, well, I'm about to walk off. So I walk off, and like I run down the stairs like I'm about to throw up. So I ran all the way down the stairs because we were on like the very top floor. So I ran all the way down the stairs, and I like bust in the bathroom, and like oh God, I like bust in the bathroom, and after I told her, I said, this is what we're gonna do. And we came up with a plan, and I bust down in the bathroom. I like hit the toilet really hard, like flushed the toilet, and I like laid on the ground like I fainted, y'all. I fainted, okay? I fainted. I didn't know what else we was gonna do. What other plan we had besides it's hot in here. I know I'm not gonna be feeling good, so we're about to just use this. I know this is really bad, and I probably should not do this because I've actually have fainted before, like plenty of times with me having autoimmune disease. But look, I had to do what I had to do because we was like, girl, we not doing this. Like, no, we've been working here this long. The party ain't stopping here. We making money too. No. So I went in the bathroom and I laid on this nasty ass floor, y'all. Like, it was so nasty. The floor is nasty. If you ever been to the club, in a bathroom in the club, you know them bathrooms are disgusting. It look like people just go in there and piss everywhere, pee on the wall, pee on the floor. They don't even go pee in the toilet. So you should already know, toilet paper everywhere. Like, yo, I laid on the ground and like was just acting like I was fainting. So then I just knew I had to lay there long enough for Nautica to come running in the bathroom, y'all. So I just laid there. It was literally like 3 seconds later. I guess Nautica, when she seen me running, she like ran behind me because she was like, I need to go check on my sister. Like, I'm about to go check on my sister. Y'all worry about that later. So she comes downstairs in the bathroom, and I'm laying on the ground. She's like, you really did it? I was like, yes, girl, I did it. And I was like, keep going, you better keep going. You know they're coming down here. So then she screamed. She was like, Cam, oh my God, like, oh my God. And they was like, she was like, she fainted. So then everybody comes in the bathroom, and like, I'm like acting like, oh man, oh my God, you guys, like, oh my God, like, someone help me, please. Like, I can't be here anymore. Like, I can't be here. So then they all like, are you okay? Like, oh my God. Like, the two girls we was cool with, because they didn't know about our plan. Nobody knew except for me and Nautica. So they didn't know about our plan or whatever. So they were like really concerned. And then the worker, oh girl, she come down there.
I was just like, is she okay? Blah, blah, blah. Like,
no compassion at all. And so Nautica was like, we have to go. We have to leave right now. My sister is sick. We have to leave right now. We don't play that. I don't play that with my sister. Only I can take care of her. Like, we got to go now. So we get up out of there, girl. I'm like, she's like carrying me, and like, I'm like hanging on to her. We walking out, and they walked us to the car. And so I get in my car because they was like, do you want to call the ambulance? And I was like, oh no, baby, we don't. I'm driving. I can drive myself. Like, I'm okay, because we didn't want to leave our cars there overnight or whatever. So we left. We got on the phone with each other. We was like, girl, somebody better call the Oscar board, because we deserve an Oscar and an Emmy BET Award, Hip Hop Award. We deserve every award in the book right now for this performance we just put on. And so we was just like, yes. I said, girl, I don't know what possessed me to do that, but I knew we could not be up in there. We had to get up out of there, y'all. And I don't know what came in my mind and was like, this is what we about to do. But just know I could think on my feet. I'm very, 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 very smart. I'm smarter than what some of y'all probably think. I am very, very smart. So we just had to come up with a plan that was just like going to work crystal clear. Like, I don't know what else would have worked at that moment to get us out of that situation. So later that night we met up. We was in the car together, and then the worker here, she come calling us and was just like,
are you okay?
Blah blah blah. I was like, yeah, I'm fine. She was just like,
well, they still want to know, you guys still need to send us a copy of your ID and all this information, blah blah
blah. And Nautica was just like, okay girl, click, and hung up on her. After that, we didn't have no more problems out of her, really, because we was just like, I'm not dealing with her being pressed over that when we're good workers anyways. Like, she was just so worried about that. So that was that, y'all. Like, that was like a very crazy experience. I've never thought I had to think so fast on my feet. And me and Nautica have been through so much stuff together. Like, gosh, y'all don't even understand. But that was like the craziest ever bottle girl experience I've ever had out of all my experiences. It's been a few other ones, but this one is still #1 in my book, and it's gonna be #1 in my book until something crazier than that happens. So like I said, crazier situations have happened before, but this one takes the cake. Like, I don't know, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Because this was just crazy to me. This is why, no, you cannot get a bottle girl job without being 21. Like, that's just that. Like, that's just what it is. You have to be 21, because you have to be 21 to go in the club, right? There are some 18 and up clubs, but I can't even think of what is an 18 and up club anymore. I think I used to go to some 18 and up club when I was like living in Raleigh, living back home, and I used to go to this club called Still Life, I think that's what it's called. But yeah, but yes, you guys, that was my craziest story ever. And before this video ends, let me just put this out here for everybody that thinks they're gonna go report anything. One, I already told my mom about this story, and I told her because my mom used to be like, why would you go to this club every weekend? What are you doing? We used to be like, oh no, we're just cool with the people that go there all the time. Like, we just hang out with them and stuff. And she's like, okay girl, whatever. And then I think one day I had went home and I told my mom, I was like, Mom, now that I'm 21, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this. When you was wondering why I was going to this club to hang out with my friends, I said I really was going there to work. I was a bottle girl, a cocktail waitress. And she was just like, Camille. That's how my mom gets on me when she be like, girl, you're crazy. She be like, Camille, I cannot believe this. I was like, Mommy, I'm sorry. I said, I just couldn't tell you because I felt like you was going to be mad at me. But now I'm 21, you can't be mad at me. She was just like, you're crazy and you're definitely my child. And I was like, yes, girl, I am. I learned from the best. But yes, so if you think anybody is watching this, if you think you're going to go and report anything to my mom or my dad or anybody, keep it to yourself, because they already know. They already know what I do. Not sure if they're really like accepting of it, but they know I'm not out here on the corner or anything like that. So, you know, I'm making my own money. I'm able to take care of myself, and I'm not doing anything illegal. So what's the issue? You know? But if you are here and you're not a negative Nancy and a Debbie Downer, thank you so much for watching my video. Let me know down in the comments what your craziest bottle girl story was. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I might have some more story times to tell you guys. We shall see. So if you want to hear more story times and want to know more about bottle girl experiences that I've been through, like crazy experiences, definitely comment down below. But I definitely want to know your crazy bottle girl stories down below too. So again, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching and laughing with me. I know you guys probably think I'm like super crazier now. I hope this like let you guys in on a different side of me, and I will see you guys in my next video.